on yours.
Yes.
Are you ready
Yes.
to manifest the life that you are born to be having at this moment?
Yes.
Let me remind you, it's your birthright to do it. And this is the time. We need to do it together. We need to vibrate with that energy. No separation. We are one.
We are.
Yes. So let's start with this affirmation that we have over there. And it's, we can say it together.
It's kind of small.
Make it
Let me make
bigger.
it bigger. Yep.
Yes. Thank you, Sky.
Can you see that?
A little bit better?
Más, por favor.
Más, por favor, sí.
Okay,
Gracias, Sky.
de nada. Oh.
Okay, we can see Bob. Oh, boy. Okay, Sky. We did! Okay, together, dear loving presence, source of all life and wisdom. Today, I dedicate every part of my life to spiritual growth and service. Lead me, inspire me, and help me to walk in faith, love, and wisdom. I listen, I follow, I give thanks in the name and through the nature of the indwelling Christ. Amen. Woo! Thank you. So this is just to start moving the energy, because we are here to spread what we are. God expression everywhere we are, everywhere we go. We need to bring that with us. And the only way that we're going to be doing it if we learn to vibrate with that energy. Many times we are so busy. I want this, I want that, I want this, I don't have. And you know what? That is moving us away of what is already us. Remember, the universe doesn't know the difference about $1 million to $1. So why should I be thinking about $1? No, I'm going to be thinking 1 million because I can bless other people. Yes, more I have, more than I'm going to be able to demonstrate that vibrational abundance is already mine. So, with that said, in unity, we understand prosperity as the full and abundant expression of life. And what that means? Health, joy, love, purpose, and of course, financial well-being. Absolutely. We need the money as well. Yes, everything will come together. But we need to be and do the work. And that's what we are falling behind sometimes. But I am here to remind you, every first Sunday of the month, we're going to be vibrating with the energy of prosperity, abundance. That's what I'm going to be bringing here every single Sunday of the first of the month. We're living in a universe that is infinity supply. How can I not manifest what is mine? And the only reason that I don't manifest what is mine to manifest is because I am not aligning myself with the source. If I align myself with source, the way is going to be nice and easy to circulate it. But if I move away from the source, it's going to be more difficult. And I want to create a life that I can be a little bit more like, okay, in the flow. Why it has to be so difficult? It doesn't have to be difficult. We make things difficult. And how do we make things difficult? Because our monkey mind, yes? Thinking that I am not enough, I don't have enough, this is not for me, I am not lucky enough. And all of this, what creates is obstacle in our environment. So we have to clean ourselves and see that we are more than enough. More than enough. And why I'm telling you this? Because I know that we live in an abundant universe. And if we are living in an abundant universe, why I am not manifesting what I want to manifest? I'm going to tell you. Everything has to do to your thoughts, your feelings, and your action. And those thoughts and those feelings and those actions, they had to be aligned with the spiritual law. We have a spiritual law that is governing us at this moment. We naturally attract all that we need and more. But the reality is that you cannot create the desired shifting in your life until you do the work. In order to shift your mentality, you need to work. You need to be consistently working in what you want. Nobody says it's going to be easy. Remember, Jesus told us in the world we're going to have tribulations. But trust. And that's very important. I have overcome the world. But we need to trust. And what is that you need to trust? You need to trust in your feelings. You need to trust in your belief. Yes, we are here to reach our highest potential. Not only to live that little life. No. Our birthright is to be more. To be more. And what is I'm doing to be more? I'm going around expressing scarcity. I am thinking about that I don't have. I am thinking that, my job is slowing down. Things are changing in the world. But you know what? I'm going to be vibrating with that energy. I'm going to shift that energy. And I'm going to be creating that energy that I want to manifest. We can do affirmation. We can read the Bible. Because we need to do serious work with our mind. Okay? Because the news is presenting you something that is not there. But that's what the world is giving us. So it's going to be up to us. Should I be believing what the media is telling me? Or should I be believing that I am the perfect child of God? I have been created as God's image and likeness. And therefore, my DNA is God in action. And let me tell you something. When I say God, I'm not thinking about the guy up there separated from me with a long beard and this and that. No. That was the guy that presented to me when I was growing up. But when I came to Unity in 1988, it blew my mind. I'm like, really? We are one? How can that be? And since that day, life, I have been working with these principles. I have been working with the Lord. It would have been impossible for me to be where I am now if it wasn't because Unity teaching. I'm going to tell you that. So I believe in the teaching. I believe that we are here to be one to manifest the beautiful life that we want. It's already yours. It's the Father good pleasure to give you the kingdom. If it's the Father good pleasure to give me the kingdom, how come I'm not living in that kingdom? And what is the kingdom? It's not a place that when you die, if you are good, you're going to go to heaven, to the kingdom of heaven. No. It's everything that you need at this moment, here and now. That is the kingdom. And that's what God has for you. But are you willing to receive? Thank you, Scott. That's it. Yes, I am really ready to receive. I am open. I am opening myself to the flow. I don't live in scarcity. I live in abundance. It doesn't mean that I haven't had difficult times. Let me tell you. I'm here telling you this because my life hasn't been easy. But I have to make it a little bit more easier for me. And for that, I have the principles. Yes, every time I know that I am God's expression in action, things will flow to me easily. Let me tell you a personal story. 2021, I was driving a car. My car broke down. And I'm like, okay, it's a transmission. You know it's going to be impossible. Because transmission is a lot of money. The car was very old. It was a 2007. And we are already in 2021. So can you imagine? But I had to tell you, I love that car. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But as soon as I let go and I open myself to the flow that, you know, God, I'm pretty sure you have something better for me. Out of the blue, I received a phone call from my daughter, Donna. Then I said, Mom, how you doing? Oh, I'm here, Donna. You know, my car, this and this. But I'm trusting that God has something much better for me. And she said, oh, what about, I'm going to come to Massachusetts next week. Go and look for your car. I want to buy you a brand new car.
Oh my God.
Can you believe that? And I'm like, really? Okay. She said, look for the car that you always had dreamed to have. I said, wow. Okay. I went to the Lexus. I went to Lexus, and I'm like, that Lexus is going to be mine now because, you know, I was working with that thought. I was not willing to entertain my monkey mind that I didn't have a car, that my car had broke down, that what I'm going to do. No. I start vibrating with that energy. You know what? Oh boy, I want to drive a white Lexus. My daughter came the following week. We went to the Lexus and she got me a brand new 21 Lexus. Yeah. You see? If I have done it, you can do as well. Why not? But we need to work. We need to be there. We need to vibrate because we are energy. What is that you are attracting to your life at this moment?
Everything is possible.
Everything is possible if you believe. If you believe. Yes? Everything is possible with God if you believe. It's there over there. So if you don't believe it, if I would be in state that, oh, poor Carmen now, you know, this and that. I had to go out and get a used car. No. I was vibrating with a brand new car. But I didn't ask how that is going to get to me. Because that is what many times we lose a lot of energy, worrying about the little details. How, why, when. Eliminate that from your mind and start thinking about, you know, God, I'm pretty sure this is what I deserve. And if that is what I deserve, I know it's your pleasure to give it to me. And believe me, you know, things will flow. But we need to be there. We need to be open. We need to be willing to do it. Okay? So it's not impossible. It might look impossible. Remember, the first thing we need to do is to get exciting. Yes? To set the intention. Put God first in your life, and everything will be added into you. That is Matthew 6:33. Things to do. You need to keep showing up. She keeps showing up. Doesn't matter what the news telling me. Doesn't matter that my mental health is not perfect. at this moment, doesn't matter that my body is aching. I keep showing up. I keep doing what is mine to do. I put myself into work by praying and meditating. My energy is concentrated to get there. You know, it's like when you are preparing yourself to run a marathon, you have to start slowly, yes? You don't go like, April 21st is a marathon, so I'm going to go and run, and I'm going to get to the fish line there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be the first one in line. Huh? It takes time. That's everything. It takes time. Be patient to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. But do the work. That's my only advice. Do the work. Be consistent. Pray. Believe. Meditate. We have so many tools. We have so many tools, but we have to utilize them. If we don't utilize those tools, we're not going to be able to be where we want to be. Okay? And, okay. I have some quote over here. And a quote from Charles Fillmore, our co-founder. Prosperity is not in the position of things, but in the consciousness that attract things. Okay? So, what is prosperity? It's a level of consciousness. And what is the level of consciousness that I'm moving right now? Do I want to attract health? I want to try joy? Or I want to attract sadness? All depends on me. I am born with free will. That makes me feel so happy because I can choose whatever I want to choose. Nobody had to say, hey, Carmen, you had to do this and this and this and this and that. No. I am choosing to believe. And I am choosing to be here today to tell you that it is possible. It has been possible for me. I can stay here until maybe 7 p.m. telling you story about how I am being able to manifest prosperity in my life. With my children, with myself, with my health, with everything. But I do the work. It doesn't come just like that. Florence Scovel-Shinn, she said that man can only receive what he sees himself receiving. And that's our third unity principle. You create every experience through the power of your thoughts. So if you don't see yourself receiving, how do you think you're going to be able to receive? I saw myself receiving that white lessons that you see there. I wouldn't be able to manifest if I didn't see myself. I felt it. I went into the car and I was driving the car with joy, with so lovely. And I'm like, this is what I want. And this is what I deserve. So be there. Do the work. Stop feeling that energy and stop moving through that energy. When you think of the vast abundance of the universe, it is easy to realize that you are not dependent on any person. You are not dependent on your job. You are not dependent on the situation for your prosperity. You are depending on the source. And God is the source. And practical tools for a prosperous life, I'm going to tell you that daily affirmation, tithing. Tithing is very important. Giving what you are a spirit to faith. Very important because it's a circulation. We need to circulate what we have. You cannot keep everything for yourself. We have to put it there. Visualization and meditation, feeling on abundance. Releasing limited thoughts. I am not living in scarcity. I refuse to live in scarcity. And when I say that, I'm taking control over my emotions. Surround yourself with people and messages that reflect abundance thinking. If you have a friend and you call your friend and your friend start complaining, okay, you listen, but maybe inside of you, you start saying, hey, I cancel. I don't believe this. We don't want to tell the people, but we have to do the work. We cannot be moving through that energy. Or maybe we can change the conversation and say, hey, what about, it's a beautiful day today. It's sunny. What did you think? It's a beautiful day in my consciousness. What about in yours? And we start the conversation that way. Closing thoughts. Let us remember that prosperity is not something we chase. It is something we claim. It is the natural result of our conscious mind and is rooted in truth. You are the channel through which God's infinite supply. You are the expression of divine abundance in the world. This week, try to put into practice at least one thing that can make a positive impact on your life or the life of someone else you care for. And then see through the very end. Take time. Don't get yourself desperate. Just concentrate on what you want. And let me tell you, I hope you'll have a wonderful week ahead of you. God bless you.
You too. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And this is the time that come together into the silence, into the quiet moment to meditation. I invite you to take a deep breath in and let it go. Another deep breath in and exhale slowly. Feel yourself arriving in this sacred moment. In this stillness, we remember the truth of who we are. We are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe governed by spiritual law. You are one with the infinite source of all good. You are one with divine abundance. Know that this is the same abundance that flows to you and through you. It is the same divine flow that supplies every need. Love, joy, health, peace, and financial well-being. Take a moment to feel yourself open to receive. Open your heart. Open your mind. Open your entire truth to this moment. I live in an abundant universe, and I am always provided for. Let this affirmation settle deep into your consciousness and take a moment in the silence. I live in an abundant universe, and I am always provided for. Carry this peace, this knowing, this truth with you. You are prosperous. You are supported. And you are deeply loved. And so it is. Amen.